let's continue the journey, because that's what we see. Is it interesting as a security of life? Or that's how we got educated, that we just started, if you lead the life this way, you need to protect yourself, you need to save, you need to worry about tomorrow, and you need to plan accordingly so that your life will be successful. But it seems like that is not true. Already I found out that I'm looking for this eternal happiness, and I want to move away from this painful experience. Pleasant experience is my interest. And I also aware that I have this ignorance and this fear, so how to overcome this? Then I go to teachers, masters, scriptures. They are all saying, it is because of your desire. You have the desire that is bringing the problem. Desire is the root cause of your misery. So get rid of the desire. Life will be heaven. It's like when I get a headache, I go to the doctor. Doctor says, you have a head, that's why you have the headache. Remove the head. You will not get any headache. Right? So, if we just understand that desire is the problem, then that's what we get this confusion. How to live the life without desire? Even if I want to get rid of desire, that's one other desire. That's how we miss the message. It is not about the desire. It's about the attachment which comes of the desire. So, when we look at our mind, how it functions, how these thoughts are keep occurring, keep happening, keep coming, you can trace back definitely to the desires. And the desire, it may be because of ignorance, the desire may be because of fear, and there are other factors involved. But we can see that we are fundamentally searching this eternal happiness. So we keep getting involved ourselves in different activities. So naturally we are getting different desires, because what is our target is that eternal happiness, knowingly or unknowingly. Now, the problem is how to identify this desire will lead towards that, or this desire we need to avoid. And that's where like we really not clear or not getting enough guidance, and we again keep on embarking in different pursuits, different activities. Because we are ignorant, because we have this fear, naturally anything we believe, anything we like, anything we see it is worth value for us, we want to hold on. We want to protect that. We don't want to let go that. So what happens? Every desire is not ending based on the requirement or the resource we want to get from that. Every desire slowly converting into attachment. Especially when we are getting old, it turns into a habit, it turns into a pattern. So everything we want to keep on holding. Very less percentage of people, just by experience, not really getting into the overall truth or reality, just by experience, they realize a lot of things not required, then they are ready to let go. Otherwise, most of us keep on holding, keep on clinging on things because of the fear of tomorrow, because of the attachment, then that keep us very busy. That keep our life non-stop running race. In the sports, Olympics and other types of sports, everything there is a limit. Okay, 50 meters race, 100 meters race, 200 meters race, 400 meters race, 400 into 4 relay race, all those races, even like until marathon. But in our life, it's never ending. Why? The pattern is like that. We desire for something and we are not able to fulfill, and it is not ending there because the life is already finishing. The death is coming, or by death it is ending. That is continuing. Impressions are continuing. Strong desire is continuing, and it is carried forward further after lives. As per many people's experience, masters or scriptures, what they are saying. Like in many movies, part 1, part 2, part 3, many fictions, part 1, part 2, part 3, many series, season 1, season 2, season 3. Everybody's life is continuously happening, non-ending seasons, non-ending parts. I don't know which part we are in now. Suppose if all these things stored in our memory chip, and if you get the access, we can see that it may be countless. Where is the root? Ignorance is the root. With that desires, it is not just the desire, with the desire, the attachment we associated with that. So how to handle this? How to get rid of this? Do I need to get rid of desires, or do I need to get rid of attachment? The nature of desire, how the desire works and everything, it requires certain wisdom, certain clarity to understand. But if we examine the nature of attachment, very easily we can relate how this attachment bringing further complications of life. And why we get the attachment? When we are getting some pleasant experience, whether it is a person, by relationships, whether it is a place or thing, naturally we don't want to get rid of that pleasant experience because we are already experiencing that. So we want to hold on not only for now, for tomorrow also. And already we have been educated, the fear is already instilled that you need for tomorrow, you need to protect yourself for tomorrow, to lead the life, to live in this life. So we want to hold on, we don't want to let go. You can look into that. There is a long list it goes. First, we don't want to let go people. Which people? The people who are giving pleasant experience. On the other hand, if the people are giving unpleasant experience, we readily want to let go. Even if it is parents. At least we need a temporary break. I want to, have some space. At the same time, if we are getting pleasant experience, that kind of relationship we want to hold on. Deep connection, whether it is want to spend time, whether we want to really keep extending that relationship forever. So we are continuously connecting or building in that way. But we are forgetting when we are building the relationship that everything is not permanent. Everything is temporary. The disconnection can come at any time. It can come through many ways. Everybody's experience is like that when we look around. Either by death, either by disliking, one person is not liking the other person for some reason or other. Every connection, every relationship is not possible to be there all the time. If it is there, it is fine. But there is no guarantee that it is going to be there or it is going to give that pleasant experience all the time, even if it is there. Any kind of relationship, however good understanding, however better maturity between people, but still, when two mind comes, there is always possible have a different interest, different opinion, different way of doing things. When there is a certain understanding, yes, it may go. But still, even it is not going to be 100% happiness. There will be pleasant and unpleasant experience. It will keep on going that way. When we have that understanding, when we are ready to accept it, then we want to have the relationship. We want to continue the relationship. We want to maintain that forever, but knowing very well it may not be possible. There is probability is there. It may go into other direction anytime. This is the understanding. But this understanding need to bring into execution, means put into practice. then what happens? You may have the desire, you may pursue that, you may get also, you may continue also, but you don't get attachment. Any kind of relationship, parents with children, with siblings, with friends, between spouses, any kind of relationship. Ready to let go any moment. That doesn't mean when you are relating, you don't involve 100%. On the other hand, it gives that clarity. When I am involving now, I'm involving 100%. Why? Because I can't relate with the past. It may be pleasant or unpleasant experience. I don't know about future. It can be anything. What is truth is now. How I can relate now. How I can enjoy this moment. Then you start to appreciate and you are able to live fully in that way. And you don't overjoy when it is pleasant experience and you don't cry when it is unpleasant experience. Because you are ready to let go anytime. But when we don't have that clarity, we want to hold on. We want to hold on at any cost. That's how we lose the value also. Then slowly we start to harm things, harm people. We are doing in a different way. Our way of execution changing, our way of communication changing. Then we are getting disappointments, then we are getting frustrations, then we are getting angry. It goes one after the other. Desire transforming into attachment. With attachment, why it is happening again? Because of that ignorance and the fear. And you can see that it leads to all other thought process. So what happens? It will keep our mind busy, our thought process is busy. We have a job, we don't want to let go. Or we fear that I have to maintain that. Otherwise, my life goes. Because that is the one like giving everything for my life. The place where I am living. The people I am associated with. It may look impossible after some time because we already built over a period of time to really get rid of these things. In fact, that's the place like the whole world is standing now. Lot of fear of tomorrow. And not only that, whatever we have now, it may not continue hereafter. I may get less income. I may need to give up many things which are all I'm enjoying. I'm getting that pleasant experience. I'm drawing this happiness from these things. It may let go. Nowadays, people are not worried much about death because of that. COVID or Corona, no issue. My problem is I lose my income. So let me focus on to gain the income. If I get the Corona, doesn't matter. It has gone into that way now. Why? We can see that already we have developed a lifestyle such a way which is a real mess, actually speaking. Why I'm saying real mess? We are still leading a life like the people used to live in caves. Those days, they didn't have this understanding. They didn't know how to really get the necessity things of life. They didn't know how to really make all this agriculture and other stuff grow things. They didn't know all these resources. It's very difficult to commute from one place to other place. It's really difficult to get things from faraway places, even like little bit far away, not really need to be other country or continent. So whatever they have, they want to protect. So they have the fear. Any people, other place, when they are not able to get, they will come and attack. And not only I lose what I have, I may lose my life also. See, fundamental fear is there too. Live, right? So they have this mentality. So they have to protect. They have to protect their space. They have to protect what they are having. And they have to really do something in order to gain control of that. Then slowly they started to live in that community way of living, so that everybody is supporting each other. Within that community, what they have, they can protect. That community only developed into village, village into city, city into country, and we can see that then it becomes city to city, country to country. Then when there is more resources, more thing, then people want to attack and get the resources. After some time, it becomes that pride thing. I am the superpower. I can overpower you. So I fight with you and I can take away your possession. And I am the best. This kind of vanity, pride all set in. Then they were started to fight with each other. Then they are trying to occupy. And you can see that the whole history, how it is evolved, how it is developed. But right now, we are in a different time. We have more than enough resources for the whole humanity. We have more technology than ever before to really give necessary, fundamental things to everybody. Not only for human beings, in fact, to all the living beings. Very easily we can commute, very easily we can communicate. We are working to live in Mars and Moon. But here, still, the people are fighting for this island, this land. This is my place, this is your place. And not only that, we can see that the whole world, instead of moving forward with the way of living because of the civilization, improvement, evolution, it is really going the reverse way. We want to fight with each other to live, to protect our tomorrow. But we are totally not seeing the reality. Hey, we have all the resources here. What is required? We just need to find a way to share. We have everything here. We just need a mechanism how everybody gets everything. Instead, still we are thinking, I am the superpower. I want to overpower you. Still I am thinking, I will rule the world. Still I am thinking that I need to get everything. Otherwise, if you look around, we have all the resources. We have everything. Because this understanding is not there, this vision is not there, this clarity is not there, the same way we are continuing our life, and same way the fear and pattern, everything is setting, the desire and attachment, everything continuing. How do we know about this world? Or how to live the life? How do we know? It's not like birds and animals, like, they just immediately like have already some senses, and a little bit they are doing something, they learn immediately. It is not like that. Though we also endowed with that, but after the association, one after the other, we learn through different period or different stages or different people. So first we are learning from our parents. The parents already don't have this wisdom. They have the fear about life. They have the fear about tomorrow. They have the concept. What is success? Wealth, power, influence, saving tomorrow, success. So same thing handed over to the kids, to the children. Instead of educating them to share, what we are doing, we are holding them. If that, you can see that the kids, when they play on things, they are maybe ready to share to the neighbor, the kids or other friends, but we say no, only this much, not more than that. With this kid okay, with this kid no. Fear. We are never allowing them to really grow on their own, because they, like how the animals and everything adopt according to that. Every human being, when the challenge is given, they are learning by that and they are adopting according to that. But because the parents have the fear, the parents have that concept of the success, the parents have that pleasant experience, attachment, so they are giving that same knowledge to the kids. So when we are growing, we are learning from them. Instead of ready to give, ready to share, we want to protect, we want to hold on. We are in the process, we are totally forgetting. We have abundance of wealth, we have abundance of knowledge, we have abundance of love. But we were educated, you should not do this. You should keep, you should not share with everybody. You should choose, you should judge, you should limit. So it is continuing when we are going into the schools, with the friends, with the society, it is continuing. Then the same mindset, the same lifestyle, even though technically we have developed many things, invented new things, discovered many, many wonderful things, but we are not allowing the mind to evolve. We are not allowing the mind to really get into further level of consciousness. Very much we are limiting. So, it is never ending. We desire for something, it is turning into attachment, and we don't know that we have every resources to get, every resources to let go. You can see that human nature generally, when they realize or when they know very well, they have a lot, they don't care to let go. They are okay. They don't want to hold on it. But when they have the fear that I don't have enough, I need for tomorrow, or they get attached because of some connection, emotional or some way or other, then they don't want to let go. So we don't really see how it is giving not just pain, and also it is putting us in a stagnant state, not allowing the mind to evolve into further realms of our consciousness. Because fear is holding, attachment is holding. So our thought process, we can see that it is revolving around only within a small covered place, boundary place, wall place. Especially the attachment, the fundamental things, the place, the people, and also where you find that is the source for your life, wealth. And if we analyze our thought process, it is related with that. Either it may be your work related, it may be your projects, whatever you want to do for tomorrow related, or the place like where we are living, or the people we are associated with, relationships. So it's triggering one thought after the other thought and keep your life very, very busy and not able to have that full attention and awareness in what we are doing. And one after the other, we are building the habits. One after the other, the pattern is set. And we are not able to live in the present moment. We have strongly programmed, because generally we see that animals have that program certain way. They can't go beyond that. You can't ask a monkey to create something new thing, go and work in the land and grow your vegetable. So they have to go around and get wherever, whatever the food available, either right way or wrong way, either by getting or you go and steal, whatever. So they have that pattern, that program. But as a human being, we are endowed with this special quality, skill. We can create things, right? But we don't see it. Still we continue that same pattern, or we build our own program. From that cave mind society, as it is continuing, right? So what is required now to really, if we want to know the root, where the source of happiness comes from, where I can get that eternal happiness, we first need to aware of this mind, this thought process, which is still continuing from that how many centuries old. The same mind continuing, same way of thinking is continuing, same way of leading, same way of interacting with people still continuing. So that we are not changing. So that's what we need to look into that. How our mind leads to this action to this action. How the thought process is keep us busy in this way, because we have the fear, we have to protect that. We have the fear, we need to hold on this. And it will be never ending, and we don't even ready to get to move away from that comfort zone. naturally we don't see the reality. We don't see that what it is all about. So one after the other we are suppressing, we have a desire. Because we have the fear of tomorrow, we don't want to execute that desire. You may have the desire, okay, I want to resign my job. Then what do you want to do? I just want to explore myself, my body, my breath, my mind. I'm going to give full time for that. We are not ready. What happens? I lose my income. If I lose my income, I lose my other things. I have to pay this bill, that bill. I have to take care of my children. I have to take care of my parents. So, one action will lead to many reactions. So I can't do that. I don't know how far it is true. When we explore that, then we can see that there are a lot of bills you can let go. You don't need to really hold on those bills. But still, because of some kind of interest, desire, habit, you are holding on. Even the people who have enough wealth to take care of everything, still they don't want to give full time for this exploration. Why? Because the mind already getting into this pride that I am so and so person and this is my designation, this is my status. If I leave that, then I become nothing. If I become nothing in front of others' eyes, it is not good. Or I feel the life is empty if I am not involving in activity. You can see that number of excuses, number of way of the mind is already trapped. So what happens? We continue that same animal life. We continue the same cave mentality life. At least those days they explored. Why they explored? Because they have no other choice. They have to keep on exploring. They have to face the danger. They have to really take risks. But you can see that what is civilization? What is that human values? In which direction it is going? More and more and more fear. Less and less and less risks. More and more devices, machines. Less and less and experiences and experiments. There is a path already set, well protected path. Then, like sheep, goat, one sheep, one goat is going, everybody following. Same thing, is well protected or well carved out path is already, one person already success. Follow, everybody running behind that sheep. But if something different path here and there, if we face that unexpected or any kind of pain, we are not ready. Then what happens? Life goes on. Desires goes on. Attachment keep continuing. Fear increasing more. Stress increasing more. Frustration increasing more. And the whole humanity at this time, if you look at that, exactly that's what happening. Less trust on others. Fear. We can't really go into this way, going into new experience or experiment, everything cannot, because the system is already developed, evolved into such a way, if you don't do these things, you can't really continue the life. Whatever you have to ready to lose. So what happened? They changed every one of us as a consumer. The other day, I went to this shop. I want to buy only one chocolate. You have taken that chocolate and give into the teller, the shopkeeper. Okay. If you buy one more, you get discount. Then, even though you want to buy only one thing, I get discount. So what happens? The mind already start to make the calculation. Okay, I get discount means I save money, so I get one more. Even though I don't want to eat now, I'll eat for tomorrow. We can look around at our home. How many things we got like that, and how many times we use in our daily life. You can open your wardrobe, lot of things, like you can see that you got because of all this promotion and this and that. Storeroom, kitchen. Nowadays we are not even cooking, but you look at the kitchen, you have all the vessels, all the machines, everything. How many times you cook? Even you cook, how many times we use those things? That's our life now. So we keep on consuming things, and it says a lot of imbalance in that also. If you go to a developing country or less developed country, what the amount of consumption, what they 10 times lesser than with a developed country. It changed in such a way that the mind is completely into this way. There is a new offer I need to get. There is a new thing I have to get. You know, this one, what is that called? A vegetable washer. They have a special solution. I don't know what you call it. That it's not only you buy the vegetables, you get that solution also to wash the vegetables, so it kills 99.9% germs of that. And even nowadays they started to produce, advertise, including coronavirus. I don't know how far they are true. You can see that everywhere. You basically you get the vegetable and even you keep in the fridge or something, after that you are going to wash and use it. To wash, you get a special solution for that, so that it will kill all the germs. So you'll be protected. One knife before to cut the vegetable. But now, potato something, onion something, and we have something like all-in-one cutter, or we have, I think, special machine also for that, I suppose. We all really turned into that way. Then what happens? Instead of living the life, we are slowly getting into a machine life. Machine with machines. And slowly, we are going to really have more machines with robots and with AI. So what's going to happen? Very simple. We lose our skills, right? The creativity. When we are not really using it, the creativity is changing or disappearing or suppressing, stagnant. So naturally, we can see that more dependency. It is not that we should not really develop all those things, but In this way of process, we are getting into this trap, this pattern, this habit, and it becomes really a mechanical life, a machine life. But this machine has the fear. This machine has the attachment. This machine has to really protect for tomorrow. So we don't see that running. No time to look into that. So if the attachment is really bringing the problem, really bringing the unpleasant experience, may not be all the time, because that same attachment giving the pleasant experience also. But in the process, we are getting again one more habitual way of living. So that's what we have been seeing all the way. Our ignorance leading certain habits. Our fear leading us into certain habits. Now this desire, attachment, which is also leading us into certain habits. So we programming ourselves within that limited space, then we are not at all evolving as a human being. We are continuing the same animal life, just a little bit different. This is a sophisticated animal, that's all. This animal has a house, this animal has all the devices, aircon, computer, laptop, smartphone. This animal has even flights and rockets. That's the difference. Same cave mind, same animal mentality, and the misery continues, the pain continues, the search continues, the desire leading impression after impression after impression keep on continuing. And also we don't really give time for that, because we are working hard to get that, to have that pleasant experience. Out of 10 times, we may get 6 times or 7 times, or even 3 times or 4 times. So that is giving certain satisfaction, because we are already taste that pleasant experience, that happiness. After some time we are realizing that is not enough. Again we are working for something. Then we are getting that happiness, temporary one. Then again we are working. So that's how we are continuously happening. Because if from the beginning, whatever we are doing, if we are always getting unpleasant experience, then naturally we get the question, why it is happening? I'm working hard, but why it is happening? That's how the people getting this question, okay, what is life? Why me? Why I'm getting these all the pain? But until then, people don't ask the question, because they are getting that pleasant experience and happiness now and then. So that keeps the energy, that gives the continuity. So we are keep on running in the same way. We don't really stop and look, hey, what I'm doing, is it really I have to do? Is it really I'm searching for? Why I'm here? What is life? Who am I? What is this whole system? Whatever I am believing and thinking, how far it is true? Right? When all the religions saying, okay, this is the God, God is sitting there, this is the heaven, you have to go to heaven, or you have to pray to this God, you have to do this way. We don't ask this question. Is it true? How far it is happening? If we get that teaching when we were a kid, young days, we don't ask the question, okay, the people already prayed all this while, get into this kind of religious lifestyle all this while. What is the benefit out of it? We don't ask this question. So we started to believe and we continue. And that's how we are living in this messed up world. The way they are fighting, whether it is developed country, US president election, whether it is underdeveloped or less developed places, any other countries, same. same method, same crazy mind. So if we aware of this, then naturally we ask this question. When I am getting into the action, when I want to do something, when I get a desire, where it leads to, do I need that way? When I get attached, then I am see that why this attachment? Is it because of the fear? Is it because of my ignorance? Or is it something I need to do? We develop that attention, we develop that awareness. Then we know how to break this habit. Then we find a way how to overcome from this pattern of this mind. Otherwise, you can practice yoga for the whole life. You can do meditation 24 hours. But no use. Why I'm saying no use? Because the mind is the boss. The mind is the super president of everything. It doesn't need anybody's vote. So it will overpower anything you do. We have the desire, overpower. We have the attachment, overpower. Fear, overpower. But when we develop this awareness, then we look into that, where this fear comes from, where this attachment comes from. In order to really get insight of that, we need to slow down. We need to sit and observe. We need to question. We don't simply follow because it is done by my parents, it is done by my masters, it is done by my country, it is done by my forefathers. We don't simply accept it. Naturally, one question after the other will lead to answer. Then it will be your own path. That is what your search. It is going to be your own way of living. That's the time like we are really living in that present moment. That's the time actually we are really coming into the reality. It is not something like, on the illusion world. So examine your desires, examine your attachments. Check how many things you have the strong attachment. If this particular thing is not there, that's the end of life. Do you have anything? Look into that. It may be your job. It may be your laptop. It may be your car. And look at the people also. The relationships we are involved in. Children, siblings, spouse, parents. I'm not saying get rid of them, okay? Don't misunderstand. I'm saying how emotionally you are connected with them. What is the attachment? Is it the pleasant experience? Or which one is making you moving away from them? Is it unpleasant experience? When we are aware of these things, when we analyze, what happens? We relate as per that time, space, reasoning. So, even though it may be a simple act, expression of love, we do that more than 100%. Why? Because we are eradicating the fear. And also we see that when we get into relationships, it is bringing many complications. The reason, when we like something, we want to hold on. Any kind of relationship. whether it is with the children or siblings or spouse, any kind of relationship. But when we have this awareness, I love, yes, and I'm ready to connect, I'm ready to relate, but is it momentary, or if is it I'm able to go day by day, moment to moment, or I developed this attachment? If this relationship is not there, I'll be in trouble. That's what you need to look into when you are examining the nature of desire, nature of attachment, and how that is building this strong trap, and we miss the reality. We develop and keep building that illusion world. And let's explore further how this attachment leading into other things, and overall we are totally missing the experience or missing the ultimate reality. Otherwise, what we are seeing is it is there. That pleasant experience, it is there all the time, but we are not recognizing that. So we will go one by one, step by step. And I hope that it's not just you are listening now and you are continuing with your own contemplation on one after the other, whether it is ignorance, whether it is fear, whether it is desire, whether it is attachment. You can do that either by closing the eyes or with open eyes. But what is important? You need to be alone. Don't make any alliance on these things. It doesn't work. One person will start to impose their thought on your thought. Rather, you can take the alliance with the trees, or with your dog, or even with your machine. So you can talk to them, you can contemplate with them, rather than human beings. So, ready to let go. So, I'm ready to let go this class. What is the time now? Okay. Is there any question? Yes. In theory, now we know fear is the fundamental root of all problems. Fear is result of our desire and attachment. If we manage to seek clarity in our thought process, but now you tell us it is within our small confined boundary, our growth mindset, not quantum leap, but tiny baby step. Daily meditation didn't help to peel the unwanted layer. Knowing the journey is long and lonely, but if we preserve and persist in our search, how do we know answer is in front of us when we are ready? What is important first is ready to examine all the concepts, belief systems what we have. It starts from I like this, I don't like this. This should be this way, this should not be this way. Our value system. See, where is the desire comes? Because you like something, you have your own value. You don't like something. So the desire, you can see that what you like, you desire. It starts first, that emotional connection comes first. Then only you start to desire, and from there it is going into attachment. So nothing wrong in to have these likes and dislikes. But how far it is built on the facts or the reality. Many things which is we don't know. Even the food system, right? This is good, this is gone, all those things we don't know. So whatever we believe already follow, whatever we feel already comfortable we follow. So what we can do now to look into our likes and dislikes, our concepts, our belief systems, whatever our values, we look into that. When we are looking into that, naturally, at least certain things, maybe not everything, at least certain things will take us further to show the reality of that. We may think like, okay, I need to do this particular, say, type of asana in order to maintain my health or in order to avoid my injury. If we look into that, okay, is this the only way? Is it really possible? Really it will happen? Maybe no, maybe don't know. But when we scrutinize that, I'm just giving the example, when we really examine that, we will come to know many things, whatever we are doing in our life, whatever we are holding in our life, whatever the likes and dislikes, based on that, whatever we are doing. So, in that way, we can see that slowly we let go many things. Now the question comes, especially when it is time. Young people thinking, I have all my life, so I will do this after the age of 40, 50. There are people in the age of 50, 60 thinking, I am already old, I can't do these things, I can't do that things. This is I can't change, that's I can't change. Because already we got into that kind of mindset. Our system is already given that way so far. So first we need to really think that age is a number. That means what? We have this belief system that at this age I cannot do, we are breaking that. So when we are ready to break that, then naturally your likes and dislikes will change. Of course, we may go into do crazy things also. It is not to do something like what you can do at the young age to do now. It is not for that. Instead, it is to know that the transformation can take place in time. So, we don't restrict ourselves because of the time factor. Rather, we are ready to really explore. So, we don't fix it, oh, how long it will take. But instead of that, we are ready to give any amount of time. It has to transform into that way. Then what happens? The journey is long. Wrong idea. Not necessary. When you are ready to open now and look at that, the journey may be very, very short. We are not giving the time. We are not really aligning our whole thought process into the same way. We are aligning there, then the mind goes into the old way. Again we are aligning there, the mind goes into the old way. So that's how it takes time. It looks like it will take long time. And also this, all the masters and scriptures keep telling this is not for this life, this may be next life, it will take long time, it will take long time. From the asana to meditation and keep on telling like that, everybody believing it will take a long time. But we are not missing this point. Whatever we are gaining now, it is not just we are gaining within this life. We have already lived many lives. So whatever we already, the impressions, accumulations, already good enough to work on now and get it now. We don't know, right, our past. who knows, past life, you may be living somewhere in the Himalayas and got into meditation and practice for many, many years and didn't achieve, didn't complete it. Now this life is there now studying yoga. So you are continuing where you left. It is just a fraction of shift. That is what you are holding. You are not ready to get into that fraction shift. So now when we are ready to do that, we don't think it is a long journey. Rather, the journey is very short. It is in front. Just I have to remove this curtain, remove this veil, which is I'm holding it. Then definitely the journey won't be long. Lonely because that's what required, right? So you will start to enjoy it. So how do we know the answer is in front of us when we are ready? Your experience, it is not something you need to verify, because your experience, like when you are breathing, self-evident. When you have the pain, self-evident. When you are enjoying the happiness, self-evident. When you are seeing what you are searching, self-evident. When you are seeing the answer, self-evident. And also, we need to overcome, not only because of the desire, fear, attachment, everything is there. As I said, we born with ignorance, also fear, because we want to live. We don't want to face the death. Like every being want to protect their life. We also born with that. So to crack the answer for that, how we can overcome with that. Not only we are developing now, we already endowed with that. We take birth with that. This awareness will help, because it gives the answer. What is this concept of birth and death? It is showing our reality, our nature, more than what we perceive now. So when it is like you are inside a house, a room, and seeing that room as your world. But the more we break the room wall, get away from the home, then you see the whole home picture. Then you got wings, you fly, whole village. You go further like a rocket, you see the whole earth. If you can break the light of speed, more than that, then you see the whole universe. The contemplation or the awareness, that's where it is leading. So it is really giving us the whole vision rather than something in a very small, limited place. So it's now or never. That should be the mantra. It is not about it takes long life, it takes many lives, it's not for me. Get rid of that. It's now or never. Okay, the next question. Ability to be unattached to the attached. Meaning that we are not attached to the result of our action. Yes. Suppose you want to grow a long beard. That is the desire. Okay. Then, because of your body nature, condition, body constitution, it is not growing longer. Maybe it is growing sideways. or maybe not evenly here and there. You are ready to accept that still you are enjoying your beard, others not enjoying or not, you are enjoying your that, fine. So you have the desire, you are ready to accept that. Suppose you are growing long beard and it is the way it is growing the way you want to. Now, if there is a situation you need to get rid of that, how do you see that? I'm just giving an example. How do you see that? I want to get that and it is happening, fine. I want to get that, it is not happening, fine. So your desire, basically, whatever you want to get to know or get things happening, you are ready in every situation. You are ready to accept every kind of result of that. So you are not attached definitely to the result. Creativity, excitement is induced also based on a certain interest, desire. Not necessarily. It is the exploration is there. Basically, the curiosity is there. I don't see it is as a desire. I give this example. A baby get attracted by a sound. Maybe a sound comes from the phone, a ringtone sound. Or here, maybe a toy making the sound. So the baby wants to look at this sound happening. We can't call it as a desire. It's a curiosity. I see this sound, what is that? I hear that sound, what is that? So, for a moment that attraction is there. The interest to see is there. Even we can call it as attachment is there. But it is born out of curiosity. So, our creativity not necessarily depends on the desire. Open exploration, born out of curiosity. In fact, a lot of things you can see that it has gone into that way, a lot of things created in that way, developed in that way. When it is happening, again, the curiosity will lead to more curiosity, further more curiosity, it goes into that way. And you are already ready to accept whatever comes, right? You may think like I can do better way, I can do better way, I can do better way, I can do more, I can explore more, I can explore more. Because you are ready to let go any time. So it gives the open space. It gives all the time for you. That's how the people who don't have any kind of artist, you can see that when they don't have the pressure of time, their pieces comes very nicely. The creativity flourish, blossoming beautifully. But rather now we can see that many musicians coming, many writers and other things, a lot of things produced now. Quantity wise, quite a lot. Quality, that aesthetic sense, the divinity, you can see that less. Very, very limited. Even who are doing, we can see that it is not coming out of pressure, rather it is coming out of infinity. So our creativity blossom to really in a divine way when there is no excitement, when there is no desire, I would say that. Out of curiosity it may come. So if you say creativity excitement is induced also based on a certain interest to get something done or to solve a problem, even like a doctor working on a patient with a terminal disease. That's why We go to all these doctors nowadays, you solve the problem very, very temporarily. It comes with all the side effects. You solve now, it relapses after some time. You solve this, you get the other thing. If there is enough time is given, enough examination is given, it is more about finding the root. Otherwise, yes, of course, we solve some problem, but you can see that it comes with the terms and conditions. Yes, we have some stomach problem. We have done this and this got cured, but you should not do this, then this, like that. So for the rest of the life, you can see that number of things is like that. Okay, this is problem. You surgery, cut and get rid of, your problem solved. That's the easiest way. That's why we are not really able to go into the depth of it. But when we see the whole picture, I'm sure it will evolve even further, hopefully in future. However, putting the effort without expecting a return because you are dealing with something that is beyond your control at times. So if you are not attached to the result of your effort, but focused on putting the full-blown effort, is this the right thinking? As I suggested before, definitely the mind will do things with expectation. It wants to get certain kind of result. It gets all the interest to get the desired result. It works hard to get that particular way of result. But when we make it very clear, yes, I can do everything, whatever I can, but I can even guarantee that I may get 100% result. But I'm desired result, but I'm ready to accept the outcome when it is the other way around. Because, as you said, a lot of hidden factors which we don't know. So when we have this understanding, you know what happens over a period of time? You don't really waste your time for all the unnecessary things. Whether it is home related work, whether it is office related work, whether it is society related work. A lot of things actually you easily let go. Then there is no this pressure. So definitely that should be our way of thinking. I'm ready to do, I'm interested to do for some reason or other, but I'm ready to accept the result very clearly. It is not with any kind of complaints, with any kind of murmuring, okay, this and that, or any kind of like compensation, no, 100%. So it is not storing there as attachment, even in the subconscious mind. Okay. One minute, I just read the question, let me see. Fear is an emotion, excitement or happiness is an emotion. Anger is an emotion. Is emotion a result of our attachment to our thoughts which arise in our mind? If we are not attached to the thoughts, then there is no emotion. So there will be peace. Is it correct thinking? Emotions will be there as long as the desires are there. We want to get this particular food. That's our desire. Already it is registering, right? Then we go to this place. You are not able to get that food. If you are seeing that, disappointment, frustration, it is leading because you are emotionally already attached. But you are finding reason, okay, you are late, because of that I am late, so I am not able to get. All these things coming, right? It turns into anger and everything like that. But when you are already see that as an emotion very clearly, when the disappointment comes, you are ready already and you know how to handle that. So You don't develop that in a reactive way. So emotions will be there as long as the desires are there. But you are already clear. You know very well how to handle that situation. But what will be the result? Over a period of time, the desires will disappear. A lot of things like slowly come down. You see already that, because that is what like we are leading to. We have everything within ourselves, whatever we are looking for in this world. So if we say anger is emotion a result of our attachment to our thoughts which arise in our mind. If we are not attached to the thoughts, then there is no emotion. So there will be peace. Desire is there, emotion is there, but we know how to handle the emotion. So we are not allowing that to transform into attachment, then peace. So it goes that way. Okay. So I know you are waiting to let go. Namaste. Thank you.